Hello everybody. So yesterday I made this card using the Crafter's Companion Christmas Rose collection, and it is such a beautiful collection that I thought let's see what else we can do with this, because it's gorgeous and I love it, and there's so much to it. Let's just get it out and let's have a look through and see everything. I mean, it's just gorgeous, right? I mean, here's that stamp set. The linen paper, I didn't even get the linen paper put back in yet. And the 12 by 12 paper. I mean, it's just lovely, gorgeous, beautiful. You know, let me just flip through here real quick so you can have another look at the papers. You know, the back sides, it's very muted. But the front side, the A side is not, the B side is. But the A side, look at the ornaments in here. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Kind of frosty looking. I just absolutely love it. I mean, look at the Santa Claus. I mean, absolutely beautiful. So, there's one with ice skates on it. And then, of course, the linen papers are kind of all muted looking. And this is not normally my taste for Christmas. I love a traditional Christmas, but this is just beautiful. Okay, so this is the stamps. Let me put them back in here. Now this is missing the piece. I remember them. And the pieces are somewhere else. So I'm going to put that to the side. Then we have this. And this is toppers. So here's the thing with toppers, right? I mean, they just poke right out. They just come right out. I don't know how many different ones are in here. Look at that. Santa with the snowman, the deer, or whatever you call it, the ice skates. I mean, it's all here. Then we got these frames. I mean, it's just absolutely lovely, lovely. These are not pre-cut. These ones in the back. You would have to fussy cut those out, and you can see I've fussy cut some stuff out. Okay. And then we have what is this? It's a stamp and die. Right. This is just the stamp. There's no die in here. No, the die is. It's down in there. So this is beautiful. Maybe this is what we'll do today. I use this here. Oh, if I'm going to use that, we'll leave that out. I don't know yet. These are Christmas trees. Let's have a look. Just different sizes of trees to use. Snowflake and swirls and edgeable. The 6x6 paper. I mean, look. That's where I got the Santa yesterday. Look at the angel. I mean, it's just beautiful, beautiful. These can be used just by themselves and put a sentiment on it, you know. Stick them on a 6x6. I mean, I love it. This is a little stamp, and this is a big collection, but a lot of the stuff is smaller. I mean, look, that is very small. Very small. So, let's see. Christmas roses, it looks like an embossing folder. Yeah, folder size, 3D embossing folder. Gorgeous Christmas rose wreath. The problem with this one is which stamp would you put in here? It shows one. So it doesn't have to stamp, it's just gonna cut. It's kind of an outline. You know, we're gonna have to make several cards, I think. We're gonna have to do a few of this stuff because, and then of course it came with some glitter paste, stamens for if you want to make flowers. This one says Christmas wishes. It's a stamp. So before this would have just been in the stamp part, right? But now it's all separate. This is the Santa stamp. Uh-oh. He's stuck in here. And again, this is the Santa that, look how cute. Look how cute he is. Just love it. So even though it says Christmas rose, there's all this other stuff. This is also an embossing folder. This is a 2D embossing folder. I wonder if this is what we should do. I want to do so much of it. Now, see, there's the tree. There's the little. That's not the right paper. I don't think it's the right paper. Maybe it is. No, that's not the same. It seems like maybe, but... Okay. And I was watching Corinne the other day, and she had some tips for using the embossing folder. And so I'm gonna tell you those tips, okay? And then we're gonna see if it makes a difference. So she says, the paper needs to be smaller than the folder. And there's a reason for that, according to Corinne. And I love Corinne's work, and I don't know if it's changing my style a little bit, watching her or not, I don't know. So what she says is that you never butt it up against here, against the hinge. And I think I always have done that. But she says, no, don't do that. Bring it out. So here's what she says. When you emboss, it stretches the paper, and the paper has to have somewhere to go. If it's bigger, it doesn't have the space to go, and that's why you get the waves in it. At the hinge, if you have the paper shoved all the way up at the hinge, it can't spread that way. That'll really make it buckle there. So the other thing she suggests is putting the hinge end in first, so that when it does stretch it, it stretches it out and not up into the hinge. So the plate I'm going to try is the plate, this, and the other plate, and see if this machine's going to take it and how it turns out. It took it fine. It doesn't even sound like it's struggling. Turned out beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Look, not straight at all right there. And I got no buckling. I'm gonna bring this to the paper trimmer. I'm gonna get the paper trimmer out. And you can see a little buckle in the paper because all the decoration from this embossing folder is right here where the tree is. Hey! Enough! We know you're there. Yes. Yes, pretty baby. Yes, pretty birdie. We know you're there. Okay. So let's see, what does this measure? Like this. So yeah, this is gonna be, I gotta trim it to get it even and straight. And then I'll get the measurement. But let me first make sure I have this straight. So it's 6.5 by almost 4 3/4. Well, a little bit over 4.5. So 6.5 by 4.5. So 5 by 7 is going to work with it. But I'm going to trim it down a little bit because I want some other stuff in the back, right? I don't want it to just be this, even though it can just be this. But I want some layers. For me, I want some layers. And I'm not even concerned about making it an even layer at this point. I'm just trimming it. Oh, that paper stayed in there. Okay, so now what do we have? Now we have 4, a little over 4 1/4, and a little bit over 5.5. So 5 by 7. Let me go ahead and make a card blank so I can hold it up to the card blank and see what I think. Okay, so I'm going to cut it at 10. Leave that one there. I'm going to score at 5. Okay, I'm going to get the bone folder and really get a crease in there. Now that I see it's pretty straight. Surprisingly very straight. Okay. And now I'll trim it at 7. I wait to trim it at 7. I started doing that because that way if it's not straight, I can trim a little bit off at a time, you know, to get it. But anyways, now we have the 5x7. Let's see how this is going to layer on here. So we're going to have more at the top, so that's okay because we can just do the sentiment at the bottom, or you know what I mean. Put the card up here and the sentiment down here. Okay, now I'm gonna grab those Anna Griffin inks because I really love these colors with this set. I love her colors with this set. That's pink. We have green. We have a blue. A very navy blue. Robin's egg blue. Dusty lavender. And the warm gray. Okay, I wasn't going to do the pink. So I might just do the blue. No. I want to see the way they colored theirs. So they outlined it and then they came in. So we might just do that using the blue. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab these. And I love these. And I would say, if there's anything that you're going to buy, you just have extra money for, these are wonderful. Okay. So I want to use the blue. I'm going to grab the purple one. I'm going to grab some spare paper and make sure that I get all that purple. Even though the brush looks purple, it's not on there, right? It's not coming off on the paper. There's roses in this tree. Maybe I will have to do the pink. Okay. I'll do hers a little bit. I'll do this a little different. I'm gonna stick with this one. And so I'm gonna come in and get the bows. And the roses. Bow. So it kind of looks red. right now. A bow. Rose. A rose. This bow. Whoa. That's why I was knocking it off, because I didn't want it to be that strong. A bow. And a bow. Okay, they also did the little dots in the red. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, because that's very, very small. I would take this. And get those little dots. So you can see, even with this little brush, I can make it as darker if I wanted to. And on their picture, they have it pretty dark. All right. And they have their star red. I don't think. Yeah, let's do it. All right. That's done. So now I need to come in, and I'll probably kind of rub this a little bit, get some of that red ink off of there. I haven't tried cleaning these with water or anything, because I just feel like that kind of does the job. So I have this bigger one here now. with the green. And I'm a little nervous because it's pretty big. And I'm thinking I need to, I had a smaller one in green, didn't I? Okay, I'm going to use the smaller one just so I can get around the red. Even though it says it's pink, it's looking red right now for me. I don't know what it looks like on the camera, but and it doesn't need to be perfect. You know, even when they're store-bought, a lot of times they're not perfect. So I wouldn't be worried about that. You know, you ever buy like painted little knick-knack things and the paint always goes over a little bit and stuff, and people still buy them, so. There's a little dot I missed. I decided not to pat it off because I think I want the color a little bit uneven, right? How's it looking on the camera? I know I'm getting quiet. To me, I'm going to have to come back in because there's just not a lot of it needs some dimension added to it. Even though it's an embossing folder, it's kind of looking a little flat with the way the coloring is. So I don't know if you two, if you out there can hear the difference between these two birds, but Tweet's the very loud one, and then when you hear something muted and more whistly like, that's Ziggy. Ziggy says pretty baby. Tweet says pretty birdie. They're very loud right now. Okay, so actually it's not. Oh, look, I got red on it. I'm going to come through some of these in the center and just add a little bit more color just to try to give it a little more dimension in here. And that's something, you know, to think you can. Just because you've gone over it once doesn't mean that you have to stop there. Depending on how much color you want in it. See, now it's already starting to look better just because I went in and put a little bit more color on, and especially in the middle. It didn't look right when it was looking a little darker on the outside than the inside. Just doesn't look right. Most things are kind of darker on the inside so that looks much better. Now you can come along some of these tips and hit them. I keep calling it red and it's pink, but it looks red on this paper. Okay. Hate that got on there. I don't think I have an eraser here, but I do have an adhesive eraser. It doesn't look like it's gonna get it off. That's too bad. Someone had told me one time to try a regular eraser, and I don't have a regular eraser in here, so that's not gonna work. I don't even have a pencil to try the tip of a pencil eraser. You know, I'll have to try it later and then I'll let you know. Let me try this a little bit. It looks... It looks like it might have toned it down a little bit. It's not as bright. Okay, so then they also came around the edges with the red or the pink, whatever color they're using, I don't know. I want to do it with the blue, and I'm going to grab this one for that. Okay. These Anna Griffith colors, I love them. I love the ink colors. They're really muted. I'm sure somebody else. You know, I've never had any of those distress inks. And that I just never have. I got all my inks from like Crafter's Companion and Diamond Press. So I never have tried any of those even. I'm happy with the ones I have, so I haven't felt like, oh, I need to try it. You know what I mean? Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of go around here. Kind of round off these corners. All right. That is just driving me nuts. Look. That's a glue pen. That's a glue pen. I did used to have a whiteout. Probably wouldn't work. It would show, I'm sure, but it would have been worth a try, right? All right, so here's this. I still might have liked it a little bit darker even. I'm kind of wondering. Okay, I might be really getting ready to mess this up. But what if I came in with just a little bit of pink over it to give it more like a purpley kind of look? Make it look a little more wintry, whatever feel. Not a lot, just a little bit. Look, I left a smudge. You know, sometimes purple can look a little icy. That's what I was kind of hoping for. I don't think I'm getting that effect. Just thinking where I smudged that, I might need to try to kind to smudge around the whole thing. Maybe give it like a red glow look. I don't know. Okay. I think I'm gonna come back in with some. Oh no, I just got it on. We used the other. Oh my goodness. See the silly stuff I do? See what I do? Okay, now I think I'm gonna come back and do another layer of the blue on here. It kind of worked. So let's see if we come back in with a little bit more blue. Uh-oh. Wait, I might be really messing this up big time. I forgot to tap it off, so it went really bright. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I think I've ruined it. I was afraid that I had, but hey, you can't hardly notice that red smudge anymore. Yep, that's no good. I don't care for that now. All right, we're not going to do that again. We've done it and seen it, and I'm not doing that again. We're going to try something else. Right. Let's do... This would have to be colored, and already 45 minutes almost into this video, so let's come in with the toppers. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have? Three ornaments. Where did the other one go? Wasn't there three here? I can't do this in pairs. I gotta have three. So I think I'll just grab another one of these. So we can do three. We're gonna get a rose spray. And those can hang down. Well, I thought they could. From the spray. Like that. Okay. Let's do... Thing is... maybe. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the die cut trees. Here they are. For the background. And y'all, I am telling you, 6x6 paper pad. Let's see. This already says Christmas wishes on it. That's nice. There's the Santa. Merry Christmas. That could work. The angel. Season's greetings. I love that. Season's greeting. Christmas wishes. Okay. I'm going to choose this one. I'll tell you why. Because I think it's going to be the fastest to cut out, probably. Okay. I'm going to cut, but I'm just going to zig and zig. Just kind of move my scissors, but I'm not staying on the line. I'm just kind of moving just to give it that little bit of ruffled edge. Look, that is just tweets raising heck. Just zigging and zagging it a little bit. I didn't mean to do that big of a zig in there, but okay. Just want it to be a little bit twisted looking. Just so it looks ruffly. And you can by all means cut it out first and then come through and just do a little bit of this in it if you want. I mean, you can just cut it straight. You can follow the line. But if you follow the lines, you're going to be here a long time trying to cut that out. Okay, so there's this. Let's do a new card blank. So, what size do we want? Do we want to try to stick with the 5x7? Maybe. Okay, 10. And now I got this stuff all spread out all around me. Cut. Uh-oh, 2 pieces. No, just one. I scored at 5. got scored pretty good. Let me get a good score on it. And, well, that's pretty amazing for me. And we're going to cut it at 7. I can come make it smaller if I want, if I find that I don't like the way the stuff fits. Okay. So now, if I put this, say this way, bring it down, this can go here, and these, see, we're blocking where it says Christmas wishes. So let's kind of turn this a little bit. There we go. Wait. Gotta get them lined up right. Sounds like it's getting a windy out there, but I look out, I don't see it windy. All right, I think I like that. So now I need to pick background papers. And I think I'm coming back to, well, I didn't look at the background papers. No, this won't be big enough. The 6x6 won't be big enough. I think that's gonna work. I'm gonna hold that there. Leave that lace showing, the roses. And I'm gonna cut it at 5, but a little bit shorter, of course. And 7, and a little bit shorter, of course. And I think this is going to be the bottom. So just going to kind of slide in here. And then this will come down. This will be up here. This one comes over here. This one comes down. And this one just comes like that. What do you think? I think, this needs to be framed in a solid color. So I'm gonna grab some of this green. And I'm gonna put it on a straight square. So I'm gonna look and see what size the square needs to be. It needs to be small though. So this is 4 by 4, just small. So I'm going to cut this side because it's smaller. And I'm going to get just a little bit. Okay. That notch right there is what I went to. Just a little bit of outline on this. And then these will come in. Okay. So this is going to work, but what I'm going to do, just to bring it up a little bit of a notch, is cut this down a little bit. Just a little bit. So I have to figure out how much I want to come down. Should we go to the 1 centimeter mark? Okay. We'll go to the 1 centimeter mark. And the 1 centimeter mark. Those marks come in handy. I want the 1 centimeter to come off the top, right? And then I'm gonna do more green in the 5x7. So we're gonna go 5 first, and I'm gonna come down just a little bit. I don't like overhanging pieces of card. I'm gonna do this and cut this to 7. This is gonna be a long video because I did away with that other. But I think I like this idea a lot. I think this is gonna be very pretty. Okay, let me see how this lines up. Now I won't ever get those lined up the same again. It needs to be a little tiny bit, tiny bit shorter. Just a little bit shorter. Hopefully that does it. Let's see. Okay, that does it. Let's glue it. This is going to get glued onto here. Just a little bit of an edge. It was a little bit more than I wanted it to be, but that's all right. I think it'll still be okay. It could come in with another little layer of like white or something. Up front, right now I think we'll just stick with it this way. I don't know if this will work because I usually use cloth, but I'm going to try with a paper towel to run over it so that the glue Hopefully the paper towel doesn't stick. Okay. I think it moved. And now I don't want to try to get it up, so it's going to be, oh, crooked. Oh, so crooked. Well, I can't start over because this is the start over, right? And there is no way this video can be that long. Okay. And now I want to put this one on this. Seems like I do better when I hold it up. So as long as you all can see, I'll hold it up. Okay. So this now, we go in here somewhere. And this is going to be here. So this needs to come up just the tiniest bit. This is not the way I had it. Was it this way? Maybe. I just got to be able to hide the ends of these in here. Right? And then this one will hang even lower. Like that. Uh-oh, it's coming off. It's coming off. Did I glue it down? No. That's why it's coming off. Oh. And I didn't keep track of where I took it from. So we're going to want to be a little careful here. That's gonna have to go there. Too much glue coming out. Way too much glue. Now these got to go in before that's stuck all the way down, right? That's the thing, when something's hanging, you kind of want it straight, because when things hang, they don't usually hang crooked unless they're off balance. And I don't think you're going to stake these as an item that's going to be off balance. Trying to just get a little bit of glue on there, not too much. Okay. And I didn't want to have to do this, but I was, of course, kind of rushing a little bit trying to get through, because this video is now over an hour long. Because I started out with the embossing folder that didn't work. I'll just trim that off right there. And there we go. And I think that's pretty. So the last 2 days. So we have this one and this one. And believe it or not, they're from the same collection. I love this one. I like this one too, but I love this one very much. All right, everybody, if you like my videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again. Bye-bye now.